Hey guys, TheGamingSandwich here. I'm going to show you a different kind of deck profile. So I'm going to try and divide it up into sort of ideas why. So we're running branded Dogmatika. So it's a very kind of interesting deck as it goes. So we run 3 Albaz, kind of heart and soul of the deck. Your little dragon boy. So yeah, we're in 3 of him. So that's fine. We do actually use his actual normal effect a little bit. It's a really good bait out, so we just kind of use it. So for your next, we have your support lines. So we're going to go with one Incredible Ecclesia because it's just a nice. You can normal it and special it, tribute, and then special Albaz. Obviously, you could go for a Sword Soul, but yeah, we're using it for Albaz. Next, we run a bit of an odd one. So we're running free kit. This kind of makes sense later on. So the reason we run kit over an Aluba kind of engine is because Kit is not necessarily a normal summon. So because you can special summon her out, she has, and that is not facilitated for other cards, that is facilitated for her own effects. So we kind of like having like the idea for this. This will combo well with other stuff we've got later on. So next we're running 2 Makuria. It's just a nice hand trap, and obviously if it gets banished, you can add a Kit or an Albaz, or even actually an Ecclesia to your hand. So yeah, it does flow nicely. So yeah, that's the reason we got that. So that's like your kind of like your main kind of Albaz package. Next, we're going to review branded engines. So we run 1 Aloba and 1 Tragedy. The idea with this is that if you send this off fusion, you can add this, then you can banish this to set your spell which you used. This obviously to add, so you only really need 2. The small engine is nice, just complements. The idea is you don't really want to have too many because you don't want bricks. Then we run your free branded fusion. Yeah, I really shouldn't really know what this needs to say about this, but yeah, it's still good. So 1 red, 1 white, 1 bond, and 1 banishment. So the idea is that we are running a lot of one-offs. So the idea is that usually this kind of throws your opponent off the game because they kind of think you're running 3 red, and then like, okay, why are you running these? This one's nice because it literally like gets your Albaz back from banished or from the graveyard, so it's just really decent. Banishment's just really good because it's super poly. White is interesting because it operates in a different way. Also, you do, like with these 2, if you do discard these off with Albaz's effect, you can set them, so that's kind of cool. Red's just nice because it's a quick play, so we just run these because of the utility of them all. Obviously, you can run any ratios you like. This is just me just playing around on like the build that I've got. So if we're running a small Dogmatika package, we're running 1 Nadir 7, 3 Ecclesia, and 3 Fleur. So what's nice about this is this can be used for a lot of things. So it can be used as your branded targets. So you've got your branded fusion. Again, there's like multiple things you can use it for in that regard. This will add this, or you use this to add this to add this. It just thins cards out your deck, and it's just really nice. And also Fleur kind of constitutes as another kind of hand trap. So in that way, including the Mercure, at the moment we have 5. So yeah, 5 hand traps is pretty based. Next, we're going to go for your power card. So for your Foolish Burial, we have. It's really decent because you can pick a Tragedy to get the Aluba, or there's another card later on which you can use as well, or you can send Ecclesia. It's just nice and versatile. Goldstock again is just nice. The obvious target for that is the Makuria, because Makuria just basically adds your kit or adds your Albaz, so just a good card. Instant Fusion, just generically a good card. And then we run 1 Call By because, yeah, it's Call By. Then next, I shall show you with the wobbly. These are more of our tech options. So for tech, we've got 1 Twin Twisters, good solid card. We have double Fusion Deployment. Now, Fusion Deployment is nice because it's basically Ecclesia, but you summon Albaz. So again, it's just nice to dig through cards of your deck. Sometimes you don't even need it. You just want to add a Scarred Outlet. That's just pretty funny. Most of the time, people will just literally ash this, so it's just funny. They just cease to get negated more often than not. They're here. Next, we are running this. Now, this is the card I want to talk about. So, Decisive Battle of Gondor. So, next becomes Golden Sea. You don't want that effect while it's on the field. It says once per turn, if a card you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect. So that includes itself, which is really nice. So if they want to harpies your entire back row, you can activate this effect. So you can send 1 monster this full number of Albaz from your extra deck to the graveyard instead. during the end phase, you can pretty much, it says special summon a Spriggan's monster, so you can special summon Kit if Albaz is in your graveyard or on the field. So you kind of use this for two ways. So you use this for protection, even by battle or by card effect, and then you can then summon Kit during the end phase, so you get some hand correction to your deck, which is really useful. And last but not least, we are running one Havness. So the idea with Havness is if you want to go Lubellion, you can go into different styles of effects. So you can actually send this an Albaz, and then you can trigger, lots of different other things. So it just really, really works. So I personally like it. So you can order your chain links and then basically get, and usually from a branded fusion and one discard, you can end on a Dragos Paleo and a Mirror Jade, which I feel is really, really useful. So that's fine. Now we're going into hand traps. Now so this is kind of funny. So for your regular hand traps, we're running one effect Veiler and two effect Veiler, two Ghost Ogre. Both light targets, so for branded fusion, so that is kind of useful. So if you've got other things you can use. So yeah, they're just nice. They're also light, so they complement the deck well. They're tuners, which doesn't really come up and is not relevant, but hey ho, it matters. But it does matter for these two. So yeah, we're playing these two because, why shouldn't you? They complement everything about the deck. You're playing lights and darks. You can send them from branded fusion. They're just dumb. They are so good. To be fair, you probably would be better with two Druid's Worm, but hey ho, you can run whatever ratios you like. I personally think this is better. Two of these will be better, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sort it out too much. This is just for your ratio. Sometimes having a different name is funny because your opponent will kind of in the head think you're running 3 ofs. So again, it's a little bit of mind game that you can play. So that is a good solid 40 cards. So for the extra deck, we're going to run 2 Lubellion, 2 Albion, 2 Mirror Jade, 1 Titaniclad, 1 of Glory, 1 of Iron Dash, 1 of Blazing, 1 of Quitus, 2 of Dragos Paleo, 1 Cybersaurus, and 1 Striker Dragon. Yeah, these all have different utilities, so I kind of like them for the spread of what I can do with the extra deck. The Striker Dragon is just really fun because if you haven't got any plays and you've got, we'll go with branded in, we'll say branded in white, but this still works with branded in red. So say it's you have these two in hand, you can go normal summon. So you activate the effect, then negate it. You go branded in white. So you link this off into Striker Dragon. Then you play branded in white, banish it in the Albaz, and then you just end on Mirror Jade. There you go. That's fine. It's a nice little combo. So I find it really fun. So for your side deck, we've got some fun cards. So yeah, we do have the 15. I was just double checking this because I get sometimes I'm not as good with these as I remember. So I'm gonna go for the more generic ones that we got first. So yeah, Regeki is kind of on the generic side. You're seeing stuff, it's all good. Nobody cares. So yeah, Regeki is just a nice normal one. 2 Super Poly, I feel that's fine. So for your spell and trap removal, I've decided to run 1 Galaxy Cyclone with another Twin Twisters, just because I feel like that's nice. So you've got different forms. I don't always like discarding too much. Silent Grave is good against literally most things in this format, so yeah, Silent Grave. 2 TKO, because everything you're running is multiple different typings. It's either Spellcaster, Beast, Dragon, Worm. I'm trying to think what other, and then you've got your Dark Fairies as well. So yeah, TKO is fine. Then you're running double Dark Ruler because yeah, you don't want to deal with end boards. So for the last 4 cards, we're running another Decisive Battle. Yeah, it's so good. Sometimes it's a good card to have multiple of. 2 Unending Nightmare. So this is your mine out and lots of other stuff. So because you can just keep, what is it to say, they have mine, you pop the mine and can keep going. I just feel it's a nice card. I don't know why people don't run it sometimes. And then we're running 1 Blazing Cartesia. it is cool. I like running it, so that's always fun. So in this deck, it is kind of funny how I kind of worked it out, and I want to show a picture of this. So we'll put the decisive battle at the bottom, and then we've got all of the stuff here. So it's like you're looking at the evolution of the line. So there we go, guys. I'll show you. So the decisive battle at the end. So we'll have one Albaz, decisive battle, and then we'll go through the evolution. So you got Dogmatika, Incredible, and Cartesia. So for the decisive battle. But yeah, I feel it's nice just to have like all of them in. Kind of a weird thing is to have them all in one deck, I guess. So it's kind of fun for everyone. But yeah, so hopefully you guys like the deck profile. If you wanted me to explain some of the interactions and why you run certain things the same way, or do actually show you some matches with this, I will be happy to. So sorry I haven't done any videos for a while. It's just I've been literally working 7-day weeks for quite a while, so it shouldn't be an excuse, but it is. So I'm just feeling really physically drained. I've been happy to run this deck. It's got first at locals, it's beat tier element, it's beat a lot of decks. Just because literally full of its overbearing. Literally the idea of this, you pretty much try and go for an OTK as often as possible. That's the best way to run it against anti-tier and anti-Ishizu. Just literally just go balls to the wall and just literally OTK the living cack out of them. But yeah, that's the idea behind it. Hopefully you guys like it. If you have any suggestions or anything else and ideas, please let me know. Thank you very much, guys, and talk to you guys later.